Hello everybody, this is Simeonski. Welcome to another Rec Room tutorial. In this one, I'm gonna explain to you one of the mechanics that I used in my games and also show you how you can build this mechanic into your game step by step. Alright, the game mechanic I'm gonna explain to you today is from my game that is called Township Builder. It's basically a game where you have to harvest stones and trees in order to build some buildings here. There's other mechanics in this, but the mechanic I want to explain to you today is basically how to harvest these blocks. You can hit them. And once you collected them, it shows you some overlay that it has been collected. So that's what we want to build now. As we are combining different things here now that I already explained before, we will want to have it exactly the same way that we saw it in the example. So first we need to start with setting up this little overlay screen to show us what we got. This you don't do in the maker pane, but you do it actually in room settings. You go to settings, and first we will have to set a key for this. I already added the key here, but you can do it by adding the key, adding the name, description. Make it 0 tokens, so it's a free key basically that you can earn. You only need one of these keys just in order to set up your rewards. Here I already set up one reward called Got Stone. You have to make a little description. For example, you got 3 stones, something like that. Important is you can only save this if you have a kind of reward type. And there it's only key right now that you can enter here, and for this you need this one key that you can select, so you can save your reward and you can have an image of whatever, like a piece of wood. I will just take an image of this window now that will show up. Yeah, we save this and then we can do this reward in the end once we've harvested our stone here. But let's start with the stone itself. I will do the cube thing again. Here we have, this is our stone now. Doesn't look nice, but it doesn't have to look nice. What will be our pickaxe? Maybe we will use this. So this will be our pickaxe. And yeah, let's set up the circuits for this. So what we want to start with, as always, is our, you already guessed it, is our trigger volume, the thing I use for almost everything, let's say. Okay. Here we go. That's our trigger volume. I want to start off with some kind of thing that will check if we already harvested this. Yep. Oh no, I will do it differently this time. I will use a piston here. You can also use this object moving thing, but for the sake of convenience, I will use the piston here, so we don't need a lot of Boolean variables for that now, because we basically turn the piston around. Let's still move this up here, so it's going down if we trigger it. And we want to connect this box as well as this trigger thing to the piston. For this, it's good to make this decorational, just because if this piston will move down and you're standing on this, it could happen that you're going down with it. So we don't want this. Okay, so and this will be our X. We will give it, make it physical, make it grabbable, give it the tag X. Don't forget to do all these tags all the time. Yeah, so we have our X and we want to hit this, let's say 3 or 4 times. And once it's hit 4 times, it will give us the reward and probably also add some kind of value to our to our in-game, like kind of a rock storage, let's say. Okay, let's go for that. So what we want to do first, we want to check if the object entered, and there we go with our if has tag thing. Connect the object, check for the tag X. I hope I wrote it in big letters here. This can sometimes be problematic. We'll see once we try. So check for the tag. If it's the right tag that entered, then we play a sound effect. And as I'm using the piston now, I will do everything with this piston now, but you could also do the same things with this vector and set to position chip. So I will use the piston now, but the set position and get position chip will also do the same trick. So we're playing the sound effect here. We can already test this later. Just take the hit. And it's probably, it's not working, but probably because I did not set this tag right. So let's reset it. And now it should work.
Hit! Hit!
Maybe, maybe I'm not taking this sound. Let's see if we can find a sound that ding, sparkle, home, beep. I think this could be one that could work. Yeah. So whenever I hit it, it makes the sound, but it's not moving yet. So how can we make it a little bit reflect that we are hitting it? For this, we can use our piston that is connected. Set. And we have different options for the piston. We want to use the set distance here. And we actually want to use it twice with a delay in between. Let's put a delay in between. Delay. Here we go. Put this up. So we will have a delay of, the second is too much, I think. I will put a delay of 0.4 milliseconds. Connect this to our piston, connect this to our piston, and then run the delay, and after delay. And basically what it does, if I hit it, we will set a distance to go a little bit down, not too much, maybe also 0.1 will be fine, I think. And then it's returning to 0. So this should do the trick. Now if we hit it, of course it's a little bit late here, but it works. If we hit this, it's going down, and it looks like we are hitting it. So this is the first step, but now we also want it to be that we hit it for some times basically, and that it will basically that we can harvest it. So for this, there's different ways to do it, but I will do it now with an integer. Integer variable. And basically what happens if we hit this once, this integer variable, and here you probably will have to set the name, different name for every rock you hit. I call it rock 1 now. This will be a little bit of heartache if you have a lot of rocks lying around. And we will add 1. Every time we hit it, the integer rock 1 will be added by 1. Alright, and then we will just do another if check, and this will check if the hitting rate has reached a certain number. And you basically use the if chip and equals, let's do equals greater or equals, so it cannot be confused. So then we check if we can use this directly from here, if the rock is greater or equal, let's say 3, then the circuitry will continue, so we have to hit it 3 times, and then we will get our reward. First we want to remove it, so it's not seeable anymore, and we can easily do this if you don't have something under it, of course. If you have like a tunnel under your normal map that people walk into, you will have to do it differently. But for now we can just set the piston distance to a very high number, 50. So it moves way down and it looks like you actually harvested it. And we already set up our rewards that should show up. Just type reward here. And there you have different options. You need this reward chip here. And you basically need the show reward notification chip. You don't need to grant the reward at all. You just need to have this notification chip here, because this is basically just that it shows up this nice little duration, can be like 3 seconds. Nice little image of your reward. And you can just pick up your reward from here. We have the gut stone here. Yeah, there we go. That's it. You can also do some settings here in the show reward notification, like having a different text size, also item name only, for example, or item name and count, or count only. Item name only makes sense. So you can set up your reward how it should look like in very different ways. And then of course you would want to add another integer as well. So it will kind of count your rocks that you collected, and you can use it somewhere else inside the game. Maybe you have a storage where you can pick it up, like I have it in my Township Builder game. And the cool thing about this is that I used in my Township Builder game as well. So let's call this rocks. What you can do here, you can use cloud variable for this. So when people come back later, they will be able to collect more rocks, and it will be saved how much rocks they have. Makes total sense for like a bigger game, but for smaller games, it's also fine if you don't do this as a cloud variable. And yeah, this will add 1 to the rocks. And then you can use this further for other things. If you want to this thing here to return after a while, like you're going around and you can harvest this every like 1 minute, 10 minutes, 30 seconds, then the easiest way to do this in this kind of setting like we did it right now, just use this piston set distance thing again. Come on. Double this, put a delay before that. And set the number to 0. So it should come back after the delay is over. Let's make the delay not too long for now. Let's make it, just to test it, 5 seconds. And after the delay, the piston will return. And the cool thing is, like in this example, you will not have to put a boolean or something that deactivates this box, because this box is also connected to the piston and will go down with it, so you cannot use it anymore until it's back. So let's see. Bam, bam. Got new stone. There it is, and there it's back. Of course, if you bring it back, you will also have to reset this rock 1 thing to 0, otherwise you will only have to hit it once now and it's going down. But here you can see the reward. It's coming back. Yeah, just yeah, it's for the sake of yeah, so you would have to reset this thing here to 0, or maybe even you can even reset it to below 0, so you can harvest it the first time by hitting it 2 times, and the second time you come to the same spot, you will have to hit it more often. That's also a possibility. So let's see. Now I will gain the reward once, and whenever I come back, I will have to hit it more often than the first time. Let's see. Yeah. And now I should already have collected some rocks as well. You can check this here. And I have collected 4 rocks that I can put into a storage and maybe take it from a storage or something like this. Yeah, this is how you build some kind of simple harvester. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like and subscribe the video if you liked it, or leave a comment. You can also leave comments on what you want to see more on this channel. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.